So before I begin my speech, I'd like to play a game with you guys, okay? It's called Right or Wrong. So basically, I'll give you a few pairs of image, and all you have to do is choose which one feels more right to you, or which one do you prefer. So, are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, so let's start. First image, a messy desk versus a neat desk. Okay. Second one, a girl laughing loudly versus a girl smiling softly and quietly. Okay, next. An Asian student getting a D grade versus an Asian student getting an A+. Right? Okay, next. A person with tattoos versus a person without tattoos and wear formal clothes. And lastly, a person with successful business job versus a janitor job. So do you guys have your answers already? Remember? Okay, now think back to your choices. Did you find yourself choosing the neat, the quiet, the well-dressed, the good grades and the more successful looking ones? Yeah, and that's what we would choose, right? And that's okay. But have you ever wondered, why do we choose that? And why does it feel more right to us? For example, this image, a person with tattoos. Do you think he's a bad person? Do you think he's an unsuccessful person? It might be, but did you know he's actually the CEO of NVIDIA? Yeah, and who is that? He owns the world's largest company with a market cap of $4.15 trillion, beating Microsoft, Apple, and Google. See the white hair uncle? Yeah, it's him. He's dressed just like any other ordinary uncle. So, my point is that in this society, we have this invisible checklist. And over time, we start to measure ourselves towards that invisible checklist. Trying to act right, trying to sound right, and trying to look right. And now, think back to your choices again. Is all that really right, or just we have been told is right? Why are you always so slow one? You eat so slow one? Hey, you're a girl you cannot laugh so loud. Hey, you take this very personally and you're very sensitive. Oh, you're a pro major student, right? You should always be confident, be expressive, outstanding. Now, you know, these are some of the expectations I've been lived with. And honestly, there were more. There were expectations, one after another. Expectations after expectations. At first, I tried to keep up. I tried to do it right. I tried to follow the rules so that people will finally notice me. And that I started to live very cautiously and carefully. I became more quiet. I became more introverted and antisocial. And at one point, I don't recognize myself anymore. And the hardest part is that no matter how hard I tried to be or how perfect I acted, it was never enough. And being perfect is exhausting. And one night when I was driving home alone, it was just an ordinary day after Pro Major Expert class. I wasn't on the phone. There wasn't music and I was just thinking. And suddenly I started crying. Not the kind of crying that you're sad for a moment, but this one felt deep. It felt like something inside me wanting to come out. And in this quiet car ride, I just had this raw conversation with me, and I admitted something that I never really admitted before. 为什么我做的东西别人都看不到的？为什么我不能就是好好的表达我想要的东西？我好像永远都达不到人家的要求，比不上别人的。我真的是谁？ 我现在为什么变成这样？Even though life seemed okay on the outside, but deep down I felt lost. I was alone, and I wasn't living the best version of me. I was living a version that everyone else wanted. And that night became my turning point. I tell myself that I want to start listening to myself, because being silly, being loud, that is who I am. And I want to live for myself. So, you see, I've been there, feeling lost, feeling unsure of who I am. And to those who can relate, I just want to tell you that you are not alone. And that's why I'm standing here to share with you guys about my story. And I came to understand that the expectations that I thought were coming from others, slowly they were coming from me. I was the one telling myself to act a certain way. I was the one telling myself all these repeated voices that kept me so small. And I came to understand that in life, we actually cannot control everything. We can control the way we choose to respond, which is our thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Maybe it's not the way or the things that happens to us. Maybe it's how we see it and how we define it. And maybe sometimes in life, we'll find it hard, and then things will take over me, and emotions will also take over us. And there is something really simple and yet powerful thing and technique you can do, which is this 4-7-8 breathing technique. So what is it? It's basically you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold for 7 seconds, and then you exhale for 8 seconds. So I would like you guys to try it with me so that we'll feel more calm, and then we'll regulate our emotions. Okay? So let's start. 3, 2, 1, inhale. Hold for 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, exhale. Okay, one more time. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. And one last time. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. How do you feel? Good? Do you feel more calm? Yes. So you see, when you shift the way you breathe, the way you think, the things around you will actually start to change too. You feel more calm, you feel more you. And I'd like to show you this picture of a butterfly. Everyone loves butterflies. It's so beautiful, graceful, and free. But we often forget about what they had to go through before they could fly, which is this cocoon. For a long time, I was living in this cocoon. I was telling myself all these negative thoughts. And until one day, I tell myself that I don't want to be in this cocoon anymore. It's too small, and I want to live outside of this space. And that's where I started to break through. I tell myself good things. I acknowledge myself. I'm capable. I'm responsible. I know what to do. I am enough. And that's where I became the butterfly. And I'm here to remind you guys that actually every single one of you is actually a butterfly. You're unique. We have different colors. We have different beautiful patterns. And don't forget to always look back at your wings, because they are beautiful. And they support you. And they are the ones that tells a story that everything you have overcome. So After all that expectations, all that pressure, now I've accepted that I'm not the perfect one. I'm not the most confident one, or I'm not the most expressive one with words. But I do know that I'm someone that's willing to try. I like my slow pace. I like to laugh, I like to make jokes, and that is who I really am. And I really like this version of me more. And it's actually one of the greatest gifts. And this gift had made me found my vision and mission statement, which is to empower, to influence the younger generation, the idea of creativity and musicality through expressing and performing. So lastly, humans are not meant to be perfect. We make mistakes, we feel deeply, we grow slowly, and that's what makes us real. So instead of trying to be right all the time, why not we choose to be true? Because being true, you see, all these words has a you in it. And being true actually starts from you. Thank you.